Right, good evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're all well, having nice evenings and looking forward to the weekend. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, dropping a like on the video to get me out to a wider audience, and any comments or questions you may have, please feel free to leave them down below and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to be talking about Polygon tonight and an article I've just read regarding Polygon ID. Which is being launched shortly. Before I get to that, I'm going to go through a broader cryptocurrency market just to get a feel of where we are, because it's been a pretty bad week across the crypto market. So today we're down 4.43% across the entire market, leaving us with a market cap of 1.02 trillion. I'd like to think we could hold above $1 trillion over the weekend, but with institutional traders off and the market being left in the hand of retail, who's to know what could happen? Always expect the unexpected in crypto, but hopefully we can hold above $1 trillion. We've got a 24-hour trading volume of $53 billion. Bitcoin dominance is currently at 42.1%. Bitcoin itself is trading at $22,328. So it's sort of holding on to its gains, but it has lost nearly 5% in the last 24 hours. So I know it peaked at around $25,000, I believe, on Monday. So it's not had the greatest week, but it's above 20k, which is always a decent sign. Ethereum 1500 across the board. It's pretty much the same picture. Most coins have lost between 2 and 5%, other than stable coins, obviously. Outside the top 10, it's a similar picture. Solana's given back some of its gains. It's still above $8 billion market cap, which is quite, considering what it's been through with the FTX debacle and whatnot, it's doing quite well. As for the biggest rises over the last 24 hours, Maker, there's nothing really big. That's up 4.3%, 28% on the week, but on the day, nothing's really done that well. EOS continues to push up nicely. Yearn Finance, and this Immutable X has been doing well over the last few days. So there's nothing major doing well this week. Onto the Polygon page on CoinMarketCap, you can see there's it's on 1.3 million watch lists. It's down 4.3% against the US dollar, currently trading at $1.16. It's up 0.59% against Bitcoin, but that's fairly minor really. It's at a low of $1.14 and a high of $1.23, so there have been opportunities to get in today. Market cap still above $10 billion, 24-hour trading volume of $559 million. And circulating supply is still 8.7 billion MATIC, which is 87% of the total supply. I've no idea when they're going to release the total supply. They announced that as and when they see fit, I'd imagine. As for sentiment, everyone's saying bullish, but it looks like it's just shilling going on here. Well, actually, this one's talking about MATIC, saying Polygon is ahead of Dogecoin. Well, obviously, because Doge is shit. MATIC missed. Yeah, Mysterium. I set up a Mysterium node. I made pennies from it. It wasn't worth my while. The Raspberry Pi cost more to make it than it did for regards to earnings. So everyone's putting bullish, but the majority of people are just shilling other projects in there. So we'll ignore that for now. Should we go to the article first or the charts? Let's have a look at the daily chart. So we've had a decent run up since the 3rd of January. We broke through this little double top type thing there. Which actually, when it did it, there was some bearish divergence, but we had positive momentum on the histogram, so it pushed through nicely. It pushed up to $1.52, put in a little reversal bar there, and it's pulled its way back down to this previous resistance, which has become support because it's been tested on numerous occasions. It's actually wicked through it. It hasn't come back down to the 100, daily 100 that is. And hopefully it can close above the daily 50. I'm saying hopefully, but you never know. Like I said earlier, expect the unexpected in cryptocurrency. So the bigger picture is positive, but looking at the last, 18th, so 10, 11, 12 days, it's not had the best run, but that's the same for the entire cryptocurrency market. If I go to the Bitcoin chart, we can see what that's looking like on the daily. You can see it's the similar sort of picture. Just like it's pushed up above resistance. There's the divergences that were in play. We had a nice bullish divergence there, which played out nicely and pushed through that double top, and we're holding above 21,000. That's the next resistance. Unfortunately, we have pushed below the daily 50, which is above the 100, which in itself is bullish. But again, the issue with Bitcoin is that we've got this bearish divergence in play, and momentum has switched to negative. So if we go back to Polygon, yeah, momentum is negative. The signal line and MACD line look like they will be crossing below zero over the weekend, which isn't a good sign. But as I always say when I'm talking about these things, I don't mind pullbacks in the market because it gives me a better chance to get in at a better price. And I don't see that we're in bull run territory at the moment. I just see that there's a lot of healthy price action around, and things are moving upwards as opposed to sideways and downwards as they have been for the previous year or so. So things are looking better. So the pullbacks at this time are good for me to get in at a better price. So that's me waffling on about the charts for a little bit. But yeah, hopefully we can hold this $1.16 price over the weekend. We'll see what the retail traders can do. So moving on to this article on CoinGate, which I will link down below so you can read through at your leisure. It's about something called Polygon ID. So I'll just read through it and we'll see what we can uncover. Polygon unveils Polygon ID ahead of zkEVM launch. MATIC price readying for rally. With the aid of ZK proofs, Polygon launched a Web3 identity service that can verify user credentials without disclosing personal information. Ethereum's leading sidechain Polygon has recently launched Polygon ID, a Web3 identity service that enables applications built on blockchain technology to validate user credentials without risking personal data. The Polygon ID self-sovereign identity infrastructure stack will bring developers one step closer to resolving the problem of digital trust, according to the official announcement. The official release states that use of Polygon ID could be advantageous in compliance use cases like Know Your Customer, process that is required for centralized exchanges, permissioned DeFi protocol, as well as fiat payment gateways, facilitating on and off ramps. Moreover, it can be implemented in customer onboarding for e-commerce platforms, password-free login, used by banks as a method to issue under-collateralized loans, and used in decentralized autonomous organizations. Additionally, it can be used in conjunction with Polygon's wallet. This may mean that firms that employ Polygon ID will no longer have to cope with the problems associated with the user data maintenance. For individuals, this involves having a greater degree of control over their own identity, as well as more leeway in the manner in which they utilize their personal data to respond to inquiries posed by public and commercial organizations. A spokesperson representing the project was quoted as saying, Polygon ID enables compliance for both Web 2 and Web 3 industries, which strengthen the regulatory framework through KYC AML checks. The reusability and self-sovereignty of credentials also reduces the cost, time and complexity of user onboarding and user verification, he added. Grail to Pay, Kaleido, Fractal and Clique are examples of Polygon-based crypto and NFT initiatives that have already demonstrated their support for Polygon ID, which comes with developer tools. The solution leverages zero-knowledge roll-ups, commonly referred to as ZK proofs, which authenticate data while keeping it encrypted and concealed from the verifier. It validates user data for dApps while retaining privacy on-chain. The technical team behind Polygon Labs include the identification toolkit technology into Polygon zkEVM, which is scheduled to be released towards the end of this month. The Polygon community has largely welcomed this new development, and market observers anticipate a substantial price surge in the days coming up to the launch. As things stand, the price of Polygon is currently trading at $1.24, which represents an increase of 4.22% over the past 24 hours, in contrast to a drop of 8.15% over the last 7 days, according to CoinGate's crypto market tracker. So obviously this article came out today, but things have changed. Oh no, this is 2 days ago. There isn't an actual date of when this is going to be happening. Will it push the price up? Potentially. All of the fundamental news is of interest to me, not just the technicals, but just things generally tend to be led by Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes, the rest of the market goes. But if you're involved in projects like Polygon or Cardano, XRP, VeChain, HBAR, projects with actual utility, then I think you're in a decent position for when the bull run does come, because these are the projects that are actually going to take off and give you the exponential gains, like the moonshots, if you will. So I'm going to continue to accumulate Polygon. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. And while we're sitting on this resistance, I'm going to keep my eye on this price over the weekend. Should we come down to test, for example, come into this sort of region here where we're testing, sorry, my computer's been very slow, where we're testing the daily 100 and below, then I'll be looking to buy in around that level. Should we go below? I don't care. I'll just DCA in as things move along. But, you know, I'm sure most of you watching this know that Polygon is a solid project. Where is it in the top 10? It has been slowly creeping its way up over the last weeks. So I remember it not long ago, it flipped Solana. It's gone above BUSD. It's gone above Doge. It's currently sitting in 8th place at a market cap of $10.1 billion. It's got Cardano above it, another project that I'm invested in. It's got a chance to overtake that. Ripple XRP is some way away from that. It's another one of my major holdings. So I think if you're invested in things within the top 10, if they represent a large percentage of your portfolio, obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum should be the major part of your portfolio. Not financial advice, just what I'm doing. But I'd say like 25% of my portfolio is Bitcoin, followed by another 20% in Ethereum, and the rest is in projects like XRP, Cardano, VeChain, HBAR, Polygon, Polkadot. Solana is something I'm accumulating bit by bit. That's just I'm taking a punt on that recovering and pushing its way back into the top 10 when the actual bull run does come. I'm going off on a tangent now, but yeah, basically that seems like fairly bullish news for Polygon. With any luck, it will help to drive the price upwards, if not now, when the bull run comes, because it'll have all this good news and good fundamentals behind it that will drive market sentiment, which in turn will drive money into the project. So I'm going to leave it for there because it's getting a bit late. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I make 2 to 3 videos every day on various projects or DeFi protocols that I'm invested in. Drop a like on the video to get me out to a wider audience to help me grow the channel. And any comments or questions you may have, please feel free to leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Once again, thanks for watching and I wish you all a wonderful evening and weekend. Bye for now.